count about 1, 2, or 3 and cut it from there, so you can get a good sprout. But you know, we cut the top one in an angle. An easy way to remember is, as you can see, you can come closely. That's a very healthy. It's a very healthy branch. It's green. And one thing I want to mention is when you get these, get a really sharp kind of a bypass cutter so that it doesn't damage the cane, the branch. So, and because this is a cane, there's a chance that if this grows this year, it actually might bear fruits. Branch that I could plant on the ground, and hopefully it'll spring some new growth. So for now, I'm just gonna make a pile over here, keeping in mind that on the top, so that you know which one goes up, I cut those in an angle pointing the ceiling. The sharp side goes up in the sky. So I'm gonna start making piles there because I'd like to reuse those. Get rid of all of that. So I'm planting the branches that I cut off from the grapevine. I'm just pushing it in this mixture of kind of a sand and compost, and make sure the pointy side is towards the sky. And these are some of the clippings, prunings that I took off of the vines. That soil is a mixture of compost, some sand, and some potting soil. So it's April 25th. We've had a lot of rains last few days, and actually we had a lot of rain this morning. And this is the grapevine prunings that I did a couple of weeks ago, that I just kind of stuck on this pot of soil mixture with sand and compost. And generally I think it's doing pretty good. I'm gonna have a pretty good success with this. As you can see, you know, there it is. Some of the buds are coming off, and then on that one, and on that one, and even here. So I think a lot of these are gonna survive. It's Memorial Day weekend, May 24th, and these are the cuttings, the trimmings that I did from the grapes. As you can see that in mid-April, I believe. But generally, I think all of these are growing. As you can see, survive. Some foliage in a lot of them, but I've been checking it every couple of days or so. When it gets too dry, we'll water it. But generally, these are pretty healthy. I think around June, I could relocate, retransplant these, or give them away. So it's June 2nd. These are the prunings that we did, that we sticked on the pot over. As you can see, they pretty much all survived. I probably got about a good 90% or more survived. And as you can see, you know, this is from a last year's growth that I pruned, and I stuck it in here. And as you can see, you see that it actually has some grape buds on there, and on that one. So like I said earlier, in the earlier months, some of these will actually bear fruits because they are from a last year's cane. It's kind of fun to look at. You can plant those and have a tiny grapes. So this is how all the cuttings look already. As you can see, have plenty of leaves. I would say probably 90 to 95% of these cuttings survive, and they're actually ready to be transplanted. So as you can see, look, these ones have fully leaves. So these are the cuttings that we did in mid-April, and as you can see, they have survived very well, and they're actually ready to be planted. So I'm gonna go ahead and pot these individually. And this soil that I'm using, that I'm digging up here, they're actually very good and very healthy, because these are just underneath our compound post. So these are actually all compost. So there's one right now. There's two. And so I'm gonna transplant the rest of these and distribute them. Actually, you know, some of the few ones that actually didn't make it, like this one didn't make it. And if you snap in here, you can see that. Oh, it's actually still green. So this might actually has been delayed. Hold on, edit that one off. So that's how they look right now. And we still got a lot more over here. So we're gonna transplant those same way.